next station is Shisha. Doors open on the left. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
各位乘客，如遇突发情况，请保持镇定，听从司机或车站工作人员指引。是这一列提醒您，出行做低头族，一路畅行更安全。
Dear passengers, for your safety, we kindly remind you not to focus on your phones while you are flying.
下一站，五十，座侧的车门将被打开，请小心列车与站台之间的空隙。排长，无需，左车左看，請小心車與台之間嘅空隙。
The next station is Doors open on the left.
乘客，为了您的安全，乘坐扶梯时请抓紧扶手，错过不门。
Hey guys, Crimson Ash Alter here. Today is episode R of Crimson in China. Welcome, and today we're going to be doing things a bit different. I'm not going to be, going around town and stuff and showing you because I really can't be bothered. We're just going to be sitting here and we're just going to be talking about China. We're going to be talking about my time here in China. It's been just over 2 months now, officially, as of the 22nd. 2 months in China. How's these 2 months been? Yeah, it's been alright. China is, it's an interesting place. These 2 months, working as a teacher has been a lot of fun. Has been really good. All the kids, at least at my school, are very well behaved and just wonderful. I've heard from other teachers that they go to schools that the kids aren't so well behaved and a bit shittier, but for me, my school is really great, and I'm very happy that I'm there, and I'll be very happy to teach there even more. All the kids are mostly really nice. I had one time where because I get a Chinese assistant teacher in there to help. They went there for whatever reason. I think they told me that they weren't going to be there, and I was just like, yeah, whatever, I can take the class. And then 2 of the boys got into a fight. It wasn't a huge fucking scrap or anything. They're 9 or 10 years old. But they were throwing shit at each other and whatever, and then they both came up to me trying to explain their side of the story in Chinese, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you kids. I just kind of was like, just stay away from each other, I'm not angry. But yeah, it's, fun. We play all sorts of games, and it's fun. And a lot of the kids, I know, they just kind of come up to me and just, want to talk and stuff. And that's nice. It's nice that they're, they're happy, I guess, with me. I know that with the 4th grade kids, their 4th grade Chinese teacher, who is in the same office as me and is basically my contact at the school and stuff, they don't ever want to talk to her because she's really strict with them, really strict. I find it kind of strange, at least in my experience at school. When I was 10, right, nobody really gave a shit. If you weren't the best, that all the kids were doing the best and being the best students ever and all that good stuff. You're 10, you just try. They want you to learn, but they're not gonna whip you into shape if you speak up. Try to be a kid essentially, and that's somewhat what they are like here in China. And I mean, it's their thing, whatever. I'm not gonna tell them they're not, but I enjoy just kind of being able to just, I guess, give the kids a bit more of a fun lesson where I'm not drilling into them and telling them all shut the fuck up or whatever. They don't do that at school. They're not that bad. Like, they're not like hitting them or anything like that. They're just very like stern. You know. But yeah, living here is questionable. Like, I've probably mentioned it last time, but because I can't speak any Chinese or read Chinese, it's fucking hard getting by. Like, I'm illiterate. I'm essentially a mute, really. Like, I know some Chinese, but I'm not gonna try say it because tones suck. Tones suck. Um, but yeah, and then like Chinese people in general. This might be racist or whatever because it's overgeneralizing and like, but they're rude. They're just rude. Like, there are lots. Like, I've met a lot of very helpful and very nice Chinese people, but just in general, like they just push you out the way. They have no sense of like order or really respect for anyone else. It's not just because I'm like, a foreigner or whatever. I don't give a shit if they're not like respecting me. I don't care. But I just see that they don't respect each other. That it's just nobody gives a shit about anybody else, and it's just kind of a bit like last week I went to the zoo here in Shenzhen, the Shenzhen Safari Park, and there was no respect for any of those animals at that zoo from the zoo itself or the patrons of the zoo. There were many animals that were skinny, losing hair or feathers or whatever because they were obviously being mistreated by the zoo. And you could tell that a lot of them, been probably trained in not so great ways to, just be very docile and, not really do anything. And that's kind of a bit depressing. But then just seeing the people at the zoo, you could pay to like, feed the animals and stuff. I saw people throwing the food at the animals, people teasing the animals with the food. I saw one guy who, it wasn't even food that he'd bought to feed. It was in the Red Panda exhibit. It wasn't even food that he bought to like feed it. It was just some food he had in like a plastic wrapper, and he was just hanging it over the cage to tease the Red Panda. And like the Red Panda was trying to grab at it, and it was in plastic wrapping, so they shouldn't give it to it anyway. And then the dude just walks off. Like, I was really fucking annoyed. Like, I wanted, if I mean, even if I could talk Chinese, I wouldn't, just because, like, it just wouldn't be worth it. But yeah, I heard from the other foreign teacher I was with, she told me that when she went to the toilet, parents were making like their kids like piss into the sinks in the toilets. And I mean, don't get me started on Chinese toilets, and they're all squat toilets. A lot of public toilets don't supply toilet paper, so you've always got to be carrying around your own toilet paper or you're in trouble, buddy. But yeah, but sometimes sometimes it's fun. I mean, even though the zoo was a bit depressing and people were annoying and stuff like that, there were lots of cool animals. There were ligers there. That was awesome seeing ligers in real life, even though it's a bit questionable that they have them. But whatever, I just assume they just were given like unlimited budget to just grab whatever animals they could, and there we go. I got like the anime store here is really good. Everything's really cheap, which is awesome. But yeah, China. After 2 months, do I recommend China? No. But, ask me again. It's like 6 months or 10 months when the contract's over, and maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe. But maybe not. That's this episode of Crimson in China. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe, just maybe, I'll upload a third episode. Now let's hope I was in frame that entire time because I couldn't fucking see.